Watch LPBW star Zach Roloff's son get his first bike as a gift from Amy Roloff's husband. Hello viewers, I am Alana. Welcome back to my channel. USA Daily History for Roloff family latest news update. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Amy Roloff's husband is trying to make memories with her grandchildren. A new clip from the upcoming season of R at the park with son Jackson and Zach's mom, Amy, and the group present the little boy with a big surprise. Hey Jackson, Chris has something very special for you, Amy tells the 5-year-old. Jackson looks up from playing on the jungle gym and sees Amy's husband Chris Merrick walking over with a bike. He runs over to check it out as Tori and Zach remark on how cool the gift is, with Zach telling him he'll need a helmet. Oh great, the kindergartner replies. Well, it's just like your scooter, Amy says, with Zach adding it's a brand new thing. Jackson gets his helmet on. Amy calls over granddaughter Lila Ray, too, and asks Tori if either of the kids have ever had any kind of bike besides a tricycle. Tori shakes her head and explains they've all been too big. In a confessional later, Tori and Zach, who are also parents to son Josiah, 6 months, react to Jackson's special gift. Jackson, he's very stoic, no reaction. You won't know if he likes something until you get him home, alone, to see how much he talks about it, she explains. But I think it was really nice that Chris found a bike that fits Jackson without having Jackson there. I'm impressed. Chris then helps Jackson get on the bike and briefly worries that it may still be a bit too big. Jackson gets his feet on the pedals and can reach as Chris explains to him how to pedal forward and how to pedal back to stop. Later, a producer asks Jackson if riding a bike was easy or hard. Riding a bike is easy peasy, Jackson responds. In a later confessional, Zach says it's great that Chris is interested in forming a relationship with the kids. Chris, I think, is trying to find things to connect with the kids on. He's got the fish tank, he did the bike thing. So it's nice that he takes some interest in the kids and does fun things like that, Zach says. I think it's great. Little People, Big World, Matt Roloff takes off during Amy's wedding. Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff didn't get an invite to Amy Roloff's wedding. In fact, he already planned on taking off when she and Chris Merrick tied the knot. Matt Roloff of LPBW made it a point to let everyone know he would not be at the wedding. He said, I handed Chris the keys to the farm and then he headed out on a 90-minute drive with Karen Chandler. They went to see friends while the wedding took place at the farm. The couple had already decided they didn't want to be there during the wedding. Matt Roloff made sure to give Chris Merrick control of the farm so he could be the one with the responsibility. Amy Roloff's daughter-in-law Tori Roloff said if Matt does anything, your mom will be mad, when talking to her husband Zach Roloff. Fans of Little People, Big World think Matt got out of town to make sure he wouldn't do anything to upset the bride. While the wedding took place, he and his sweetie enjoyed time with their friends on the Oregon coast seeing wildlife. They both wished the couple well and went about their weekend trip activities. Little People, Big World bride Amy Roloff spent months of painstaking planning to make sure the day went off without a hitch. It took them a while to find the wedding venue, but it finally came down to the farm. Roloff farm of her life for 30 years, and it was where she met Chris, so they thought it made sense. All of Amy Roloff's friends were there to help, and the wedding setup looked amazing. Fans said it seemed like she was pretty relaxed, considering it was her big day. She wanted it to happen for quite a while, and it finally came together. Little People, Big World celebrity Amy looked beautiful on her special day. Her family was there to support her, and that's what really matters. Fans said it was nice to see her beaming ear to ear. Fans of Little People, Big World noticed construction happening at the farm and started to freak out. Matt had promised Amy his house during her wedding. When they saw him pouring a foundation, they started thinking he went back on his word. As it turns out, he was building a smaller barn near the wedding barn. It is his garage, and fans wonder if he is going to attach it to his new house. The barn actually looked really nice on the grounds since he had it built before they said their vows. TLC viewers breathed a sigh of relief that he kept his word to his ex-wife. Now that the big day is over, he can start working on his lifelong dream. Fans think this house is going to be a true beauty, but they are glad he didn't build it during the wedding. Viewers told Matt, "It was so nice of you to let Amy use the farm for free," and said to Karen, "You're so classy about the whole thing. We love you." Throughout the whole process, each of the 4 people involved were very nice to each other. Viewers of Little People, Big World said they couldn't believe things went off without a hitch, and were very glad Amy got to have her special day without a bunch of drama. Little People, Big World, Chris Merrick calls Amy Roloff out for gross habit. Chris Merrick of LPBW had some small things he asked for before moving into the house with Amy Roloff. He didn't want too much from her because all he asked for was a little space and order. Amy seemed to think he was asking for a lot, but Chris gave a specific example of things he didn't like her doing. Little People, Big World celeb Chris Merrick said he didn't like how Amy Roloff left cups out all over the counter. Amy said she didn't leave cups out on the counter but started laughing as if he caught her. She finally admitted that she did leave cups out on the counter sometimes. Chris from Little People, Big World said not only did Amy leave the cups out, but they were there a long time. He even said that flies would be in there when he would find them sometimes. Fans said that was probably one of the nastiest things they heard about her habits. Little People, Big World fans said Chris Merrick only seems to want a little bit of space. Many think it is a little strange that she keeps saying that she doesn't have time. Some LPBW followers even think there is something more behind her delays in getting Chris into the house. Amy Roloff from Little People, Big World said Chris Merrick might *assess her off with his actions. Chris asked if that is what needed to happen to get Amy to move her stuff so he could get into the house with her. She gave him a death look, and fans thought he was getting awfully brave with his recent comments to his lady love. TLC's Amy said she felt like she gave a lot of room for her new man and that she was doing her best. Chris Merrick didn't agree about her efforts at first, but she finally cleared part of the office. He still said he couldn't believe anyone would want to live in such a mess of a room. Fans of Little People, Big World said they smell trouble in the air with Amy's relationship with Chris. It seems like they are more at each other's throats than they normally are. Some viewers think production might be editing to make it look like they are fighting more than they really are. One of the biggest red flags fans see was Chris Merrick's break pushing on the wedding date. Amy Roloff to make a decision on the date, and he kept acting like he needed her to clean out the house. Now that the house and garage are ready for him, Amy asked if he felt ready to figure out that wedding date. YET and real time. The couple is set to marry sometime in August, but some viewers wonder if it will really happen. The wedding was supposed to take place a long time ago, but the pandemic delayed everything. Fans said they hope the couple can marry and stop drawing out the planning process. Some people said it seems like everything with Amy of Little People, Big World takes forever. LPBW exes Matt and Amy Roloff recall how they met at an LPA convention. Amy and Matt Roloff open up about how they met in the latest episode of Little People, Big World. The LPBW stars wed in 1987 and divorced in 2016, a split that LPBW viewers watched play out on national television. Warning: the following contains spoilers from the Tuesday, November 15th episode of Little People, Big World and the November 15th episode of LPBW. Amy and her husband, Chris Merrick, visit Matt, his girlfriend Karen Chandler, and two old friends of Amy and Matt from the 1980s. During their visit, the three couples discuss an upcoming LPA Little People of America convention. Matt and Amy reflected on attending 1 year ago and how they met there. According to Matt, Amy was shy and a little bit sheltered at the national convention, having never attended one before until age 23. But as Matt puts it, Amy was also very dateable. Matt shares the first time he noticed Amy, she was on the basketball court. Matt recalls asking who's the gal with the hoops, and as the saying goes, the rest was history. At the end of the week, the convention held a banquet, similar to a prom, and Amy ended up going with a different gentleman. Matt reveals that he and Amy spent most of the night at the banquet together rather than with their respective dates. Producer jokes with Matt that he was putting the moves on Amy during the dance, and Matt doesn't deny it. Maybe a little, kinda sorta, he admits. Although Amy and Matt have gathered together on LPBW, Amy has been vocal about how uncomfortable it makes her. Chris and Matt get along great, but Amy and Karen don't. Many LPBW viewers have felt that Matt and Amy's get-togethers with their significant others were contrived for the show. It makes sense that Amy would feel uncomfortable hanging around Karen so often. Karen served as Roloff Farms manager for many years before she and Matt went public with their romantic relationship. In 2019, Amy admitted that she had a hunch there was more going on between Matt and Karen than just a business partnership. "We had someone that worked for us for a very long time on our farm," Amy said during a Facebook Live. "And I believe this is all from my perspective, that there was more than just friends going on. And I think that evolved to a point where that got in the way of our marriage as well." Is Little People, Big World's Amy Roloff finally leaving the family farm? Even though Little People, Big World's Amy Roloff and her ex-husband, Matt Roloff, split in 2015, they've both continued to live on the 34-acre Roloff farms they bought in 1990. Now that Roloff is engaged to her longtime beau Chris Merrick, however, it looks like she may be putting that chapter of her life behind her. In a recent Instagram post, Roloff hinted that she will be leaving her home of nearly 3 decades when she referred to her time on the farm in the past tense. "It's been a blast and full of wonderful times and memories. What a family legacy I've loved, sharing with you. It's a unique place, Roloff wrote. It has impacted my life and gave me the gift of raising my kids here for throughout their growing up years. I'm glad we are able to share it with you. When someone in the comments asked Roloff, via pop culture, if she was still living on the farm, Roloff responded, "Yes, but not for long. We'll see what Matt and I can decide on about the farmhouse." In June, Radar Online revealed that Roloff had sold part of the farm to her ex for $667,000. I don't think people understand the buyout option, Matt explained in an Instagram post. I have chosen to buy and Amy has chosen to sell me only one side of the farm at this time. Not the original farmstead. Not the side with the pumpkin patch or her house for now. She is only selling me her partial share of ownership in the side that I live on. She will remain in her house and on the farm and one-half owner of our original farm until she decides to leave. At that time, we will jointly work to sell the side she lives on together. Now that Roloff is ready to strike out and leave the family farm, it looks like the time to sell has come. The Little People, Big World star has actually been looking for a new home for some time now, and had been doing so even before she announced her engagement in September. Back in July, Roloff revealed on Instagram that she had put in an offer on a house that had unfortunately been rejected. While Amy Roloff is still living on Roloff Farms for now, it seems like her days there will soon be coming to a close. As for how her move will impact Little People, Big World, only time will tell. Little People, Big World is getting a little smaller. On July 10, 2018, Jeremy Roloff made a big announcement on Instagram. After 14 years, over 300 episodes, and 17 seasons, the time has come, he explained. A year ago, I made the decision that this season would be our last. Jeremy, along with his wife, Audrey, and their young daughter Ember, will no longer star on the show, but Jeremy said he will still be supporting his family as they continue filming. After hearing the unexpected news of their departure, many fans began to wonder if Jeremy's twin brother, Zach, would make a similar decision. Have no fear, LPBW fans. Zach's wife, Tori Roloff, cleared up matters. We're not going anywhere, Tori reassured fans in an Instagram story via Fox News. So, why isn't the couple following Jeremy and Audrey's lead? Because we feel like we're not done telling our story, said Tori. Now that's exciting. But, just what do we know of her story so far? Here's the untold truth of Tori Roloff. It feels like just yesterday that Zach and Tori Roloff said I do, but, in actuality, they wed back in July 2015. Prior to their meeting, Zach told People that marriage wasn't occupying much space in his mind. Not only that, but he'd never really dated anyone until Tori came along. Their epic love story began when Tori had been hired to work on the Roloff family's farm. In 2010, Tori spent most of the pumpkin season alongside Zach, and they had a chance to bond while picking squash. She was working, after all. When a coworker informed Tori that Zach found her cute or perhaps gorgeous but didn't think she'd go for him, Tori proved him wrong by arranging a date. Our first date lasted 5 hours, and we've been together ever since, she gushed to People. Just another reason to be thankful for pumpkin season, right? When Tori made the decision to date Zach, there was certainly a lot at stake. As a longtime reality TV star, much of Zach's life had already been playing out on television screens across the United States for many years. This could potentially become Tori's life, too, if she pursued a relationship with Zach. Making the leap from farmhand to television star would have its perks, sure, but it was still a very weighty decision, and certainly not for everyone. It initially scared the bejesus out of Tori. The pressure was, and likely still is, intense. In an interview with People, Tori shared what it was like to first star in Little People, Big World, saying, "We're such a unique pairing, and we have a really cool story to share, but it was terrifying." She continued, "But the show has helped me realize I shouldn't worry about what other people think." While Tori, as an average height person, didn't have qualms about dating Zach, a little person, that doesn't mean others were automatically accepting. In an Instagram post, Tori shared a story about one such instance. While shopping at Target, Tori overheard a man tell his wife, "Well, at least I'm taller than you." The wife responded, saying, "Well, I would hope so." Tori went on to explain how some people have the idea of beauty and love so backwards. Her love for Zach extends far beyond looks and is, instead, measured by what kind of person he is on the inside. To overlook a person on account of their height certainly was not something that resonated with Tori, and something she didn't feel she could really even imagine. Tori joked that her husband's height also gives her a good excuse to avoid having to wear heels, and reminded her followers to love people because of their minds, not their bodies. Preached. In May 2017, Zach and Tori welcomed their first child, son Jackson Kyle Roloff, into the world. Before becoming parents, The couple was aware that their child would have a 50% chance of inheriting dwarfism. During Tori's 34-week ultrasound, they learned their son would indeed have achondroplasia, the most common and same form of dwarfism as Zach. In a clip shared by TLC, Zach explained some of the potential birthing complications. The baby's an LP little person, Zach shared, and its head's measuring a little big, so, natural birth can be a dangerous thing. The couple knew that difficulties beyond birth would also arise. Nevertheless, they made the decision they felt was best. We knew our chances of having a dwarf, but it didn't matter. Tori explained to People after the birth of her son, we just knew we wanted to be parents. However, God wanted it to happen. Thankfully for the new mother, Tori has a great support system. It takes a village, as they say. On Tori's personal Instagram account, she shared just what her family members mean to her. In a heartwarming and adorable post for Mother's Day in 2018, Tori addressed her mom, writing, "I would be one lost human being without you." Tori added, "Becoming a mother this year has only given me a glimpse of the amount of love you have poured into your kids, and I'm so thankful for your patience and support." Similarly, Tori thanked her father and all the important fathers in her life. On Father's Day in 2017, "I wouldn't be who I am today without you," Tori shared. She explained that she grows even more appreciative of her dad when she watches him interact with baby Jackson. If you're wondering how you're going to top those endearing posts, it will be quite a feat. Little People, Big World stars Matt and Amy Roloff have surprising new connection through Family Farm. Pumpkin season is in full swing at Roloff Farms in Oregon, where Little People, Big World fans can meet the show's stars and see what they do when the cameras are not rolling. Visitors might even spot Chris Merrick, the husband of Amy Roloff, as he is now giving fans tours. It's surprising since the farm is overseen by Amy's ex-husband, Matt Roloff, but their relationship has smoothed over recently. On Thursday, Amy shared new pictures from the farm, including photos of herself in different costumes and a picture with Merrick by her side. Nothing like going to a pumpkin patch in the fall. The cool, crisp air, the crunch of leaves, pumpkins, wagon ride, activities, and so much more. Amy captioned the post, "Tea was a fantastic start last weekend at the farm. I always have a great time meeting all of you that come to the farm this time of year." The Roloff Farms social media team later posted Amy's pictures on the account's Instagram story. "Amy's out at the patch every day in a new costume. And Chris is giving tours," the caption read. They also posted new pictures of fans visiting the farm on Friday, including pictures of fans posing with Amy, who wore a butterfly costume. As Amy pointed out, fans need to make reservations for tours at RoloffFarms.com. Roloff Farms guest confirmed they saw Mark helping out at the farm earlier this month. "Was there on the first. The farm is beautiful," the fan wrote in response to Amy's post, reports In Touch Weekly. "I had a great time meeting you, and Chris did an awesome job during the wagon tour. Good times." It's likely Merrick is only doing this to help out Amy since he is a real estate agent, according to his LinkedIn profile. Amy, 56, and Merrick, 55, tied the knot in late August, almost 2 years after they got engaged. They got married at Roloff Farms. Although Matt helped make sure the nuptials went smoothly, he was not invited to avoid any awkwardness. "Chris and I debated whether to invite Matt and Karen to the wedding, but we decided against it. I think it causes less drama, and I think that's better for everyone," Amy explained in a Little People, Big World episode. Matt and Amy were married for almost 30 years. The two are parents to 4 children, twins Jeremy and Zach, 31, daughter Molly, 23, and son Jacob, 24. Jeremy and his wife Audrey Roloff are expecting their 3rd child, while Jacob's wife Isabel Roloff is expecting their first baby. Matt is dating Karen Chandler, who also continues to help out at the farm. Fascinating facts about Little People, Big World star Amy Roloff's fiancé, Chris Merrick. After Little People, Big World's patriarch and matriarch Matt and Amy Roloff's shocking, or maybe not so shocking, split a few years ago, they have both been involved in serious relationships. Matt is dating Karen Chandler, who's been an employee of the Roloff family farm for over a decade. As for Amy, she's been in a relationship with boyfriend Chris Merrick for a while now. The couple even celebrated their 1-year anniversary on the show. And since the newest season of LPBW premiered in September, fans are wondering what the current status of Roloff and Marek's relationship is. Here's all you need to know about the new man in Amy Roloff's life, who has been featured prominently on the latest seasons of Little People, Big World. Chris Merrick is a real estate agent at Knipe Realty in Portland, Oregon. He has over 20 years of experience in the real estate business, and has an average rating of 5 stars on Zillow. "I take great pride in offering superior service to my clients. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, please give me a call. I'd be happy to discuss your needs and provide advice at no obligation to you. I just never thought someone who is average size would be interested in me, she previously revealed. I just really want, Chris, to never question or doubt the relationship. Because I'm a little person. I just have a good time.